Children who are exposed to adverse childhood experiences grow up engaging in risky behaviors. So they smoke, they drink, they overeat, they have low self-esteem and attempt suicide. They get depressed 6 times more likely. So there are all these problems and increased risks that children have when they're exposed to childhood trauma.
Wherever you've had a long family history of incarceration, you have a phenomenon that I describe as the normalization of incarceration. You get a situation where when mama's been to prison and brother's been to prison and uncle has been to prison and daddy's been to prison, it's not as horrific. You're not horrified, or you almost see it as a rite of passage that you're going to go to there. By the age of 30, 60%, 6 out of every 10 African American boys who don't graduate from high school will be in prison. So faced with those very jarring, alarming statistics, I began to say, what can we do? And we started with a little center in Washington, D.C., almost 15 years ago now. And it has grown in an amazing way.
This neighborhood has a lot of gang issues. If these kids weren't here between 3 and 6 every day, we know that that's a critical time, especially for the youth. You know, if the kids aren't here, they're just making choices that might not be the best.
When a child grows up in an environment where violence is commonplace, they think that's the norm. They don't know any different. They think every child experiences violence. They don't know to expect anything different.
These children, they're kind of beaten down by the world. The fact that they have a parent who has been incarcerated, either presently incarcerated or in the past, they feel different than other children. Many of our young boys especially have no positive male role models in their lives, and they don't know how to act. They don't know how to handle their aggression. They act out in inappropriate ways.
The mission of the U.S. Dream Academy is to empower young people who are at risk of future incarceration to fulfill their potential. And we do this through an after-school program using technology, using incredibly gifted and talented staff, and mentors, volunteer mentors who come into the center once a week to mentor young people.
The goal is to provide them with those skills and abilities to help them make better decisions, whether it be academically or socially. And we want to make sure that a child knows how to make proper decisions that will help to propel them in life rather than deter them.
The 3 pillars of the Dream Academy are skill building, character building, and dream building. Skill building is that academic piece, the skills that kids need to succeed. Character building is exactly what it says, helping the children build their character, teaching the kids what is respect, why do you need it, how do you receive respect by giving respect. Dream building, we want to get these kids thinking about their life dreams, career dreams, talents, exposing them to the world that's around them.
I've worked with a lot of other after-school programs, and I haven't seen anything run quite as well as the Dream Academy.
I think we're very different from other after-school programs. We serve a very specific population, children of incarcerated parents and those kids who are at risk of failing school. And we make it very clear from day one, we're not a daycare center. We work your kids. They're gonna be getting homework help. They're gonna be getting the skill building, the character building, the mentoring, the dream building.
By the time we end the day, the time from 3 to 6, they have all the homework done, and they also learn a skill and talk about their dreams.
The first thing we try to instill in a child when they first come to the program is the sense of accomplishments. We want to make sure that a child knows that regardless of what his or her background is, that they can be successful, that they can defy the odds and be all that they want to be, that they can fulfill their dreams.
I believe that Dream Academy is going to be one of the best programs in the whole country. And I believe that if we have more parents, more mentors, more companies involved with this, we have less kids on the streets. We have positive reinforcement with those kids after school. We have a need for supplies, we have a need for mentors, we have a need for computers. So those things are very important, but any type of help will make Dream Academy a better program for the schools all over the United States.
For the companies out there, for people who are looking to make a difference, the best way to make a difference would be come into the doors, see what we're all about, what we're trying to change, to see the need these children have.
People giving up their time is as challenging as people giving, actually up their dollars. And so we're sort of always on two tracks when we look at corporations. We need the financial support to continue to run the very critical programs that we're running, but we also need their employees. We need their employees to be involved and engaged in the community and with our programs and the young people that we have.
My goal for U.S. Dream Academy to run at its optimum is to have every child matched with a mentor.
And I've told people time and time again how much of a positive thing it's been to me and how much it's changed my life more than even these kids. I tell my dad, like when I go to talk to him, he says, "It's good that you're here." I said, no, they do more for me than I ever do for them. And it's the truth.
I would love to see the Dream Academy expand to other cities. I mean, we have 10 cities throughout the United States, but there are so many more out there that could be helped by a program like this.
So really the imminent needs we're looking at right now are technology, infrastructure to allow us to do distance learning and virtual mentoring, so that mentors who come into the center are one form of mentoring, and we can also get mentors who might be halfway across the country tuning in and working with their mentee. My dream for the U.S. Dream Academy is for us to be able to impact thousands of lives around the country, helping young people to really believe that they can achieve whatever it is they set their minds to.
I don't put limits on these kids. I think any of them can reach the stars, and I really believe that. I don't think any of these kids aren't destined for greatness.
What's important to know is that you're not just spending time with a child, you're spending time with a future leader. And you need to be able to give that leader the opportunities and the advantages that maybe you didn't have, but definitely that they don't have if you don't show up.
To help volunteer as a mentor or to help provide financial support, please contact the U.S. Dream Academy at 1-800-US-DREAM. Your contributions will help more children realize their potential. A child with a dream is a child with a future.